You guys are enjoying these little practice videos I've been doing. I'm mainly doing it just to show you how we use our different products, the pipes, the Smarty Extreme. And this morning I'm just going to do a real quick practice session, and it's going to be like an example if you came to one of our roping schools or clinics. And we do this every single time. We work on isolating your swing and delivery on the pipes. Then we move to the Smarty, and we put our horsemanship and riding and roping together, and still keep continuing with that same swing and delivery on the Smarty. And then we move to adding timing to it with the Smarty Extreme. The tip in the bottom comes right through this open area right here. Okay, so on purpose, I don't swing up here way too close, like where the front feet would be, or you'd be hitting the front leg. I try to measure that off, and then that really shows me what position that I want to be in to throw the most accurate loop. You're not always going to be in the perfect position, and I do recommend moving back and off to the left and roping it in different positions, because you're going to have to do that on live cattle at times. And I like to finish and teach my students to stay with their hand in this position a little longer, then roll their hand over, and basically break it down from part one is the release, part two is picking your slack up. And some people actually have the misconception that picking their slack up is their delivery, because you see lots of photos like that. But the real release, if you take a slow motion video, is right here. And then right after that loop comes through, you turn your hand over and get your slack. So I really like to see you to start with, swing over the back and finish with your hand in this position, because it creates a habit. And a good habit, meaning watching the feet go in your loop when your hand is in this position, then get your slack and pull your slack. I, on purpose, would teach myself to consciously watch the feet go in my loop every time, so that when I was on live cattle and I'm watching the feet, if I'll watch the feet all the way and to my delivery and watch the feet go in it, it really produces a confidence in me that I'm not going to miss. I'm going to watch the feet go in it. So it's a real, like a positive mental reinforcement, if you will. But on the other hand, lots of times you'll move your eyes around, take your eyes off your target as you start to deliver. It's really important to keep your eyes on your target. You have pretty much roped it in the same position every single time, and I'm going to rope it out of position a couple times just to show you a good out of position way to rope the pipes. After you've done this quite a bit, I would recommend you learn how to pull your slack without shortening or changing your loop. I want my dummy roping, my pipes roping, sawhorse roping, whatever you want to call it, to translate into real shots on steers. Meaning all the way from when I release to I'm getting my slack, pulling my slack. If it doesn't translate from here to a live shot on a steer, what's the point in roping a sawhorse? And I really believe that more people would rope a sawhorse if they could see the transition from it to a live cow. And that's what we do all the time. I get them started on, my students started on this, get them throwing a real nice loop, which to me is easy to show somebody how to deliver. The best way is always the easiest way. And once they get to throwing a nice loop here, translate it to the Smarty, and then the Smarty Extreme, and then the live cattle. And that's a really good stair step right into live runs.